Hello everyone, welcome back to yet another video of the 100 Days to CLAT series. So this is day 67 away from the CLAT exam, and in this series we are trying to create an accountability system wherein I discuss my tasks for the day, the hours clocked in, followed by the vocabulary and the mistakes, observations which I've made for the day. So this is day 67. So recently I was looking up to the comments and a really nice person gave me a really nice advice. So I would be discussing that advice at the end of the video, and I do appreciate everyone's small help. You guys can also drop some nice words in the comments. And there's another thing to say. I happen to have created a Telegram channel. If you guys are interested to join, just comment something and I'll send you the link. So in this Telegram channel, so we have created a small community of people wherein you can ask your doubts, and the people out there will try their best to help resolve your doubt. So let us start with the tasks of the day. So these were the tasks which I've set for myself. There were a lot of tasks to do, but I didn't know a lot of them because I woke up at 1 p.m. I started my prep at 1 p.m. and I slept by 9:10 something. So these were the tasks. So I've done the major chunks of tasks which were difficult of tasks, I would say. So GK videos, I was postponing this thing now for a lot of time. So I've completed that 2 hours 45 minutes. I've done that in one stretching. Vocabulary I didn't know. ये बाकी क्या I didn't know. I did untitled का revision. So that was also one thing which I was delaying for a lot of time. August Express, again 2 hours I have completed that in two sittings. So I've did for 6 hours 45 minutes, but I would not sleep right now. I mean, I just woke up, so I would study for 1 hour 30 minutes more, and I would add that in this time and I would sleep. So these are the things which I would do in this 1 hour 30 minutes. So as these things are non-negotiable, legal edge ka session I would not give a separate dedicated time for it, but I would rather include that thing in my breaks, or when I have my lunch, have my breakfast or something. So उस time पर I would do these legal sessions. Then newspaper doesn't take a lot of time to do. So now let us go to the next part. Vocabulary, I didn't do the vocabulary, but I would do it surely and then go to sleep. These were the few thoughts of mine when I was observing the day, and that is for the 2 hour sleep, two sleep schedule. The two sleep schedule means sometimes, I mean not sometimes, a lot of times I just happen to wake up at middle of the night and then I am unable to sleep. For how much I try, I'm not able to sleep at that point of time. So what I would do is I would just wake up and I would start my day from there on, and I would sleep in two sessions. Primarily, let's say from 1 o'clock to 7 o'clock, I would study 1 to 7 in the morning, and then I would go to sleep. Then I would wake up at, let's say, 11, and then I would study, and then I'll go back to sleep at 9, so that I have two schedules and I get 8 hours of sleep, and I also don't waste my time. So that is the thing which I am pondering upon. So that is not something fixed right now. I would do a bit of research on it if it is actually worth trying. Then next thing is GK phase out slowly. So what this means is, as I've completed majority of my backlog, so what I would do now is I would slowly but surely phase out my GK preparation. I would limit this down to 2 hours per day and not more than that, because GK takes a majority chunk of your time, and if you're just doing GK from morning to night, that is absolutely not worth it. You are just going to lose your NLU seat if you're doing so, because GK is only of 28 marks and the rest other sections are what, 100, I mean 92 marks. So that is one thing I would do, phase out GK slowly. So as for now, the only two things which I am able to remember for GK which I have to do is the YouTube के videos and the PDF which I have created, uska revision that would be done slowly but surely. And another thing is the few tests which I have on my portal. So I would do just a few of this, just a few of this, just a few of this daily, and I would do this primarily in my lunch break वैसे time पर I would do this GK का videos and stuff. Next thing is focusing more on practice. As I discussed earlier, practice is the key at this point of time. I would daily set up a few questions to practice, few sectionals to practice, and I would do that quite diligently from now on. So probably from the next week I would create a nice framework for practice and I would share that here as well. So that would be a bit of holistic framework that would include all the aspects of practice, and you guys can also implement that. And next thing is the burnout. So this is the advice that nice person happened to give it to me, and that is it would lead to burnout. The excessive hours which I am studying will lead to burnout. I mean, this was a bit eye opening kind of advice because last time when I went to my library and I was studying 9 hours a day, my mock scores unexplainably got worsened. Rather than going up, it was just going down. My focus was depleting in my mocks, and what else did happen? I mean, I was just feeling a bit more burnt out, and I was feeling pathetic because I'm studying for 9 hours and my scores are going down, and there is no explanation for why my scores are dropping. Because prior to that, I was scoring quite well, but after this, it was dropping. Now I realize that happened primarily because of my burnout and long study sessions. What happens in my library is there's some supernatural force over there, and that simply motivates me to study for 2 to 3 hours straight up without taking any breaks. So that is actually proving out to be counterproductive. So what I would do is, I mean, I haven't thought about it much as of now. So what I have thought about it so far is I would set up daily ka task. That is one thing, and another thing is I would have some physical activities, so that physical activities actually reduces the burnout. Physical activities and no 2 to 3 hours ka sessions. The maximum session which I can take when I'm studying for GK would be 1 hour, and after 1 hour I have to go out of my library and just roam around for 5-10 minutes, just have a small walk or do some slight stretchings and stuff, and then get back to my preparation. And only when I'm giving mocks I can study for the 2 hours. So I'll just write it down here. Burnout के लिए what I am doing is physical exercise, no long sessions, and stretching. I mean, this is also another thing which I'm thinking about, but do suggest this if I should do or not. I will watch a movie a day. Yes, I would watch one movie a day. I mean, I watched movies at 2x speed, if you guys find that quite astonishing. I am quite okay with that. I watch movies at 2x speed, so if I just spend 1 hour a day watching movies, so that would also help reduce my stress marginally. So, if you guys have any other advices on stress busting, so do tell me all those things and I would try to implement those as well. So, I believe that is it for the day, and I appreciate the advice which that person have given, and I do appreciate everyone's effort if they are planning to give some advice to me.